Today, Lego is one of the biggest toy companies in the world, but did you know that the business was almost destroyed by 3 fires and a bankruptcy? But Lego survived every obstacle, and brick by brick, the company has rebuilt itself into one of the most powerful brands in the world. Ole Kirk Christiansen, the founder of Lego, came from a very humble beginnings. He was born in Denmark in a large but poor family as one of 13 children. From the age of 6, he was working as a farmhand, tending the family's sheep on the field. And to make the long hours outside more bearable and less boring, he began carving wooden figures. It was then when his fascination with whittling wood began. He grew up to become a carpenter and opened his own shop. But unfortunately, his business was almost destroyed by a terrible accident. His sons accidentally caused a fire, and both the workshop and the family home burned down. This was a terrible loss for him and his business, but he was not ready to give up yet, so he decided to build even larger workshop. His life was filled with hardships that seemed to never end. In 1929, the American stock market crashed and he nearly went bankrupt. Soon after, his wife passed away and he was left to raise his 4 children on his own. He was crushed emotionally and financially because he was struggling to make ends meet and provide for his family. He was desperately looking for a way to earn for a living. So he decided to create cheaper and more practical wooden items that might actually sell, like stools, stepladders, and wooden toys, which would become his favorite thing. And as it turned out, he was a brilliant toy maker. He called the company Lego. Lego comes from the Danish words leg godt, meaning play well. But unfortunately, despite all the efforts, his business was not going well. But again, he refused to stop and was even selling toys in exchange for food. But tragedy struck again. In 1944, there was another fire that burned down his factory. The pain of experiencing so many setbacks and obstacles almost made him give up on his business. However, he decided to rebuild his factory and start again. The company became the first in Denmark to buy a plastic molding machine, and soon the Lego bricks and the Lego system sets were born. But sadly, Ole passed away when he was only 66 years old, and his son Gottfred became responsible for the company. But Lego survived another fire. The fire burned down the warehouse with the wooden toys, and because of that, the company decided to stop making wooden toys and only work with plastic. So the company that survived 3 fires and was on the verge of bankruptcy many times became one of the biggest toy companies in the world. And all of that because Ole was determined to rebuild the company brick by brick over and over again and finally create a powerful brand that became one of the greatest sources of imagination and joy. So remember, if you fail, don't stop. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and try again. So, what's your story?